almost missed the Sunday story party. Oh, you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I just had the weirdest dream that all of my toys were talking. There was like a cowboy there and an astronaut and a pig, and all my toys were talking to each other. Whew, I'm sorry about that, but you know, that does make me think about today's story. In today's story, the guy we're gonna meet had probably the craziest dream you could imagine. Okay, so do you guys remember King David? King David was the guy we've been following. He is the king of Israel, the one that God promised all the rest of the kings that they would come from his family. But you guys, King David got old and he's gone now. So today we're going to meet King David's son, Solomon. And for Solomon, it was just a regular night. He brushed his teeth, he put his PJs on, he read a book, he went to bed. But then God met him in a dream. And do you know what God asked him in his dream? He said, Solomon, if I gave you anything you wanted, what would you ask for? Can you even imagine? I loved hearing all of your guys' responses of what you would ask for. So, we're gonna go ahead and watch our video and see what it was that Solomon asked for. And then I'll join you on the other side for us to play our games. But while you're watching, I'm gonna take 5 more minutes to sleep and then I'll see you there. Good night.
David was the king of Israel for many years. His son Solomon was going to be king after him. Before King David died, he gave Solomon some instructions. Be strong and brave, Solomon, David said. Obey God and you will be successful. God will keep his promise that every king of Israel will come from our family. When David died, Solomon became the king of Israel.
One night, God appeared to Solomon in a dream. God said, Solomon, ask for anything you want, and I will give it to you. Anything? A king might have asked to live a long life or to have lots of riches. Solomon could have asked God to give him victory over all his enemies. But Solomon did not ask to be rich or to have a long life. Solomon wanted to be a good king. He asked for something even better.
Solomon prayed, God, I am young, and I do not know very much about being a king. Please make me wise and obedient to you. Help me know the difference between right and wrong. Help me lead your people well. God was happy with Solomon's request. God said, I will give you wisdom. In fact, I will make you more wise and understanding than anyone who has ever lived. No one in the future will ever be as wise as Solomon.
God also said, because you asked for wisdom, I will also give you what you did not ask for, long life, riches, and honor. You will be greater than any other king during your lifetime. Then Solomon woke up. He praised God and offered sacrifices to worship him.
Solomon was a king who wanted to do God's plan. Solomon wasn't perfect, but God had a plan to give his people a greater and wiser king, his son, Jesus. Jesus completely trusted God. Jesus surrendered his own life to die on the cross for our sin.
So, coming at you guys today is a lightning round game of Would You Rather. I'm gonna pose 2 different situations and you're gonna decide which one you would rather do. But I'm not gonna give you much time to think. You have 5 seconds to shout out your answer or put it in the comments, okay? Let's go. Number 1, would you rather have an extra toe or extra finger? Extra toe or extra finger? Let us know. All right, number 2, would you rather drink sour milk or eat a rotten egg? Okay. Would you rather be able to fly or have super strength? What do you think? Fly or have super strength? All right, number 4. Would you rather your whole family smell like trash or smell like stinky feet? Would you rather everyone in your house smell like trash or smell like stinky feet? Shout it out. All right, on to the next one. Would you rather have ice cream for every meal or pizza for every meal? That is a toughie. Ice cream for every single meal or pizza for every single meal? All right, number 6. Would you rather have a hot dog stuck up your nose or spaghetti stuck in your ears? Hot dog up the nose or spaghetti in the ears? Would you rather? And our last one. Would you rather share your bedroom with a cow or with a squirrel? Share your bedroom with a cow or with a squirrel? Let us know. Thank you guys for playing. I love your answers. That's so fun. So how many of those were you guys like, I don't know, right? Well, what if I told you that today's story with Solomon, we get to learn what we can do when we don't know what to do. So not in all those silly would you rather situations, but in real situations that you guys face in your daily life. So Solomon had a really hard situation, right? He was king over a whole country and had so many hard choices to make. I mean, people were letting each other's camels poop in each other's yards. They were fighting over the best spot at the beach. People wanted money from him to start a lentil soup business. He had really hard choices to make. And Solomon could have responded different ways. He could have said, nah, I'll do whatever I want. Whatever happens, happens. Or he could have said, I'm king. I always make the right choice. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong, right? But what did Solomon do? In Solomon's heart, he says, wow, this is a really, really hard situation and I don't know what to do. And he asked God for something. He asked God for something called wisdom. And wisdom is knowing the best choice to make that is most loving for you and loving for others. And we see in Solomon's story what we can do when we don't know what to do. What are some different situations you guys face that feel really hard and you don't really know what the right choice is? Maybe you have friends that aren't getting along. Maybe you have so much going on and you don't know how to spend your time. Or maybe there's movies or songs or video games and you don't know if it's the best choice for you to watch or listen to. It's so normal to face so many different hard choices and situations in our life. And we can respond the way Solomon did by saying, God, I don't know what choice to make. And he promises us to give us wisdom generously. That means more than we could ask for. God is the wisest person there's ever been, and he knows all the best choices for us because he made us and because he loves us. And so when we face hard situations where we don't know what to do, we can ask God for wisdom. So how does God give us wisdom? Well, we're going to see next week that the Bible is full of wisdom that Solomon wrote for us from God, but also in our day-to-day life, God gave us parents who are great places for us to get wisdom. So the next time that you don't know what to do, that you're wondering what the best choice might be, you can go to your parents, you can go to your teachers and say, this is my situation. I really don't know what to do. Can we ask God for wisdom together? And you guys can ask God and have a conversation about it and have an understanding in your heart of what choice is best to make for you and for others that is most loving. Even if it's the hardest choice, we know that choosing wisdom is the best choice.
Yeah. My mind is spinning, I'm all confused. I'm feeling sad and afraid, and kind of angry too. How can I be strong when everything is going wrong? God, give me strength and help me to find my way. I've got to think about the goodness of you, my God, because I know, no matter how I feel, I've got to trust in you. I want to trust in you, trust in you. My mind is spinning, I'm all confused. I'm feeling sad and afraid, and kind of angry too. How can I be strong when everything is going wrong? God, give me strength and help me to find my way. I've got to think about the goodness of you, my God, because I know, no matter how I feel, I've got to trust in you. I will trust in you right now, no matter how I feel right now. I will trust in you right now, no matter how I feel right now. I will trust in you right now, no matter how I feel right now. I will trust in you right now, no matter how I feel right now. I will trust in you, trust in you, trust in you.
So good hanging out with you guys today. As always, check your emails for games, activities you can do at home. But be sure to have a conversation at some point this week and share with each other something that feels like a really hard situation or a really hard choice, and ask God for wisdom that you guys can discover and explore together. And as always, guys, even when we don't make the wise choice, of course, God still loves us so much and is always there for the next time that we don't know what to do. We can ask for wisdom, okay? We'll love you guys. We'll see you next week.